Gemini, happy Air Sign Tuesday, friends. We're going to go ahead and get straight into your weekly reading, taking a look to see what's in store for you for the next 7 days ahead. And keep in mind, y'all, these are predictions. Whether it resonates for you or not, you technically won't know until you get there. Whenever you watch this reading, it's timeless. But if anything that I say does happen for you, you'd be best served to take my advice, okay, Gemini? So, I understand that, like, most tarot readers will do your weekly readings and they discuss it day by day. I can even see that with the major arcana cards coming out, that this is going to end up being something that spills over for many weeks, for some of you, for many months, for some of you. Like, the events that happen for you in the week ahead may very well carry over until either Capricorn or Aries or Taurus season here. So keep that in mind. We got the Star card, the Devil, the Emperor, the Magician, the fucking Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles. God damn. Look, Scorpio, Gemini, take that as it resonates. If there's a Scorpio in your life that's really kind of kicking up some shit for you, maybe even a Capricorn, you may want to really think about where they stand for you in your life. Overall, in the week ahead, Gemini, I feel that you are going to have lots of things to be hopeful for. But more than anything, you're going to realize that there are a number of things in your own life that you're trying to control in a way that you really can't. And those things are bringing you burdens. They're the reason why you're mentally drained, you're emotionally drained, you feel like what you're pouring in is not what you're getting out. You feel like there's not enough money, there's not enough passion, there's not enough excitement, that you're not speaking the life that you wish to live. You're not communicating the way that you would like to communicate. Your money don't look the way you do. Your thought, like, shit fucked up, Gemini. And just because things are difficult does not always mean that you are suffering or that life is so tough. For those of you where a lot of these issues that you're having are related to your family, issues with parents, issues with a partner that you've chosen to build up a family with, or you're finding in the week ahead that a lot of the difficulties, the control, the battles, the arguments, so on and so forth are at the hands of something that's family related. I feel like at the end of the day, friend, all you got is that while you have mothers and fathers and grandmothers and things of that nature, it is important to respect them and all the things. Y'all see me rolling my eyes a little bit because I think respect needs to go both ways. If we're talking about adult parties, whether it's a boss or I don't give a fuck. You can only control what you can control. And it's not like you are meant to still be the child that your family may be looking at you as. Like, motherfuckers grow up and then you have to make decisions for you for your own personal situations and circumstances and things of that nature here. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And then Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? I feel that for some of you, some of the turmoil that you're experiencing, the stressors, whether these are issues that you're having with your family or these are traumas that you picked up while being raised within your family that you still carry on, and like you hold yourself to this high regard of expectation and what your life is supposed to look like because that's what your mama told you to do. You better figure out how to release yourself from that shit. I feel that this week, Gemini, there's a significant need for you to really kind of step back from some of the things that you may be feeling like you're battling or struggling with here at this time, and ask yourself, now that I see that doing things on my mother's terms or doing things on my husband's terms or doing things on life's terms or based on societal standards, I see that I'm in a place that I don't like. I feel limited. I feel restricted. I feel stuck. I feel like I'm fighting for my life. What can I choose to do tomorrow, or what can I strive toward in the future to get me to a place where I feel better? Y'all be planning y'all asses. A lot of people be playing in their asses. The biggest thing that I've noticed about my clients, whether it's in their careers, in their personal lives, if it's a tarot client, if it doesn't matter who I'm coaching, who I'm guiding, or how I'm giving the guidance. 95% of people are playing in their asses at some point. You got to set the tone. You have to set the standard. You have to set the boundaries. You got to set the motion. Even when people be like, I'm just waiting on God. Well, baby, God be sending you signs and symbols and dreams, and motherfuckers be having conversations with you on God's behalf because God ain't got the time to step down and do these things for you. So you could wait all you want to, but God's waiting on you. Life's waiting on you. The moving forward, the things that you're hoping for, the things that you wish would manifest or just happen for you, it's waiting on you. Change your course of action this week. Opportunity to forgive if you believe in child. Like I said, something about a child, someone may view you as their child. Like I said, this could be issues with parents or just something that you experienced as a child that's kind of got you in a place where you're mentally limited on the decisions that you're making this week, Gemini, that you need to rethink or work through here. But I do feel that while the underlying, like the day-to-day bullshit is holding on to shit you don't need and arguing and fighting and competing with motherfuckers you ain't gotta argue, fight, and compete with, all is well. Everything is always kind of balancing itself out. Where we end up missing the opportunities for balance is when it becomes time for us, like the time comes for us to make a choice. And we choose to do something that's not quite what we should do because we scared or because we believe it's got to be a certain way. Stimulate your mind, Craig. Think about all the different ways that you could do. What's the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want now? Y'all see how I shuffled all these cards? One thing I've learned in my 5 years as a tarot reader's spotless track record is that tarot doesn't tell you what you want to hear. An honest tarot reader also doesn't tell you what you want to hear. Tell you what you need to hear. This is a tool of divination that's meant to help align you with your intuition. So what came out probably wasn't what you wanted to hear. Was you getting a new job this week? That money such and so owes you is going to be coming in. You getting a new car. You're doing this. You're doing that. And instead I said, what's the most limiting belief keeping you from what you want right now? And figure out how the fuck you can make some different decisions to move yourself closer toward what you hope, because you got more power than you give yourself. For those of you where like, you know that it's the fear of backlash or judgment from friends and family or even coworkers preventing you from making the next best choice for you, I just keep hearing that song, How You Like Me Now? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. And I've retired that word. So, yeah, what's the most limited belief keeping me from what I want now? What stories are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to mind? If you're not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. And then there's the if you believe card. Things will get better. You do deserve. You can have. You are magical. You should get a better job. And all of these things are definitely coming to you. But first, you're going to have to unbind yourself from what your family has given you with high hopes of you growing. Motherfuckers be, my family taught me this and my family taught me that. Well, Tommy. Random names. Sometimes, and all the time, really, family and people are speaking and coaching and guiding and giving advice and projecting their own shit onto you. I don't do that. I don't care. I just be reading. Because of what their own mental limitations are. And that's why you got to be mindful about like who you take advice from and why. And something about whatever this is that's causing you to battle and become stuck in your day-to-day battles, it's not a valuable belief that you've chose to bind yourself to, and that's why you're struggling. Does my life have more room for pleasure and play? Oddly enough, there's the play card. In what areas are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. If it's possible to shift the seriousness of life Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experience a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Y'all be scared to take risks. Bills gonna be there, life gonna be hard. Somebody's gonna have an issue with something you decide, something you believe, something you want. Who gives a fuck? How you feel? What you want? How you feel? Like, the only thing that should really matter is how you feel at the end of the day, how your relationship with your creator is at the end of the day, and then how well you're caring for your children. But it's gotta go in that order. To a certain extent, because, hear me, yes. However, I also homeschool my kids, I cook for my kids, I spend time with my kids. Like, they're a very significant part of everything that I do. But mom is always trying to make sure I'm right and I'm okay and in a good enough place to be confident in source, to take care of things, to guide me, to align me, right? And then to be able to let go of those other things and then give the rest of myself to what I need to give myself to. So that's what I got, y'all. Give yourself permission this week, Gemini. Love you. Bye. Link is in bio. You can see me a tip. You can book a reading. You can like the video. You should drop the Gemini comment below if you're already watching. Might as well. Make sure you watch your monthly reading and watch your Messy Monday. Love you. Bye.